Welcome to Leeds Judges TV. I'm telling you this now. I can't believe I'm saying this. Arsenal 0, Everton 0. I'm going to say this now. Everton, credit to them, they defended. They had no intentions of attacking, but what a poor performance from Arsenal. I have to say, no. Well, I'm going to say it like, slow, predictable. I've seen too many of these performances this season. Never looked like scoring. The attack, pathetic at the end. Chances missed in the first half by Odegaard will come back and bite us. They were there again on Wednesday. We missed them, but we got away with it. But today, not clinical. No. And Liverpool, of course, dropping points. Yes. Kat, we'll go to Kat first.
Yeah,
go Kat. What do you think of that today?
Oh, I'm utterly disappointed. I'm so disappointed. It feels like a loss. This is a loss.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a complete loss, and I think the league is completely done.
Do you think the league's done now?
100%. And I'm devastated because I really thought that this was going to be a 3-0 win. I really thought we were going to win this, but judging by that performance,
Thank you. I like that.
I'm horrified, wasn't it? It was poor. It was poor. It was poor beyond belief. And I'm upset. I'm devastated. I didn't think we were going to lose.
No.
It feels like we've lost 3-0.
Yeah.
It feels like a loss. I keep saying we've lost and we haven't lost.
We haven't lost.
It's a loss.
Yeah. What do you think about didn't really look like scoring today, did we?
No. And we were waiting. Nothing. No chances whatsoever. It was shit.
Yeah, I can't argue that. Like, Dan, what's your take on that? Obviously we're disappointed. It wasn't the performance we wanted, but Kat just saying there, like, the league's gone. When you look at it after that performance, you can't argue that now, can you?
No, look, man, I thought the league was gone a while ago, to be fair, because it was not even the amount of points we're behind people. It's the way we're playing, man. Just open your eyes, look at the way we're playing. We ain't breaking teams down. We've got no answer to them. When Fulham and Everton come and play the way they do, we can't knock on the door and it don't come down. And I look at the way we were trying to change things today. I thought it was a shambles from the manager. I thought it was absolutely abysmal. Look, I've got nothing wrong with bringing players off, right? But when you say it's 0-0, we need a goal, what am I going to do? I'm going to shore up the back with Partey and Timber. I thought it was a joke. I understand what's going on here.
I have to say, today, I'm not criticising Everton. They showed no ambition whatsoever, right?
I don't blame them, Lee.
No, don't blame them. So why not take a defender off and put her forward? And why have you got to go light for light? That's what was really annoying for me today.
Yeah, 100%, mate. I mean, listen, I don't actually mind the players that came on. We saw Ranieri, we saw Jesus, we saw Trossard. I was expecting something from it. But I'm looking at what's happening here. I'm looking at the light for like. I'm not looking at change of formation. There was a couple of bits I saw that were a bit different with Saka going a little bit more central, but I didn't see enough of that. Havertz, how did he last that long? Oh, my God, today. It was abysmal watching this front. The problem I've got is, we have got another situation, Lee, where Olivier Giroud was at the club 2016. We're all crying for the same thing. Now we've got Havertz and we're crying for the same thing. And this guy come on the other night against Monaco and he was perfect for what he should be at this squad. He should be a contributor 20 to 25 minutes off the pitch, off the bench, who comes on and changes the game. When he starts, it ain't for me. Everyone today, it was just poor. How can you not be needing a striker in January, man?
I'm going to get onto that in a minute, but when you look at players, players were moaning about Martinelli, and I hope everybody comes back about that being offside today. I thought
all offside.
Timber was offside more times than I don't know. Saka more pathetic performance. All of them. I thought the only two that can come out of any credit in that game were Gabriel and Saliba. The rest I think were absolutely woeful. Maybe Miles Skelly, but I thought it was safe. He played everything safe today. I know, I'm not going to go into that, but I just felt it was. I don't know, too cautious, too slow. It was a pathetic performance. Russ, come on, you jump in here. I know that you're not happy as well. What's your thoughts about that today?
Tepid, lacklustre, lack of ambition. The whole team is being played wrongly, I think. I think we should be playing three at the back. I don't think we should be playing the way we're playing. We've inverted full-backs. It's just not working. It's been sussed out. It's predictable. We need a hold-up player at the top. So Havertz ain't the one.
Havertz again poor today. That's 3 league games on the spin now that he's been poor.
I think he's running on empty, to be honest with you. I think he's running on empty. Odegaard's running on empty. How many times has Odegaard been hooked now? in games when we're chasing a game or right.
Yeah, but look, listen, he's come back from a long-term injury. That was always going to happen, like, you know.
But if it's always going to happen, Lee, why haven't we got a backup?
Well, you got Wanyeri.
But that's a 17-year-old player. This is Arsenal.
Doesn't matter. He's 17 years of age. He's good enough. Why isn't he not starting games?
Well, he's not good enough either, is he?
I don't know.
He's a good player, Lee, but is he good enough to lead a championship charge?
Well, no, I'm not saying lead it, but for 1 or 2 games, that's all you need it to give like Odegaard a chance to get back to his fitness and all that. I think like the last 4 or 5 games, Odegaard first 3 or 4 great, but you can see now like the fitness is taking its toll a little bit. Like
He's been hooked 22 or 23 times now in games where we've needed to either get a draw or get a win. I mean,
what are you saying? He's not good enough?
Well, he's not performing, is he? He's not performing.
Well, he should have won us the game today. He should have took 2. He had 3 good chances in the first half.
My point exactly.
So down to him, Kenny. What are you thinking? I know that you. I'm going to ask you the question now about Mikel. Spin round here, like, because it's this way. Look, that's the camera there, like. Yeah, all right, okay.
All right.
Well, we can go round this way if you want, like. Yeah, okay. You're radio, like. Yeah. So now listen, Mikel. He's got to come under criticism for this game, because for me, I'm always backing him up. Me and you had an argument last week about it. Yeah. But I'm seeing too many of these games now, Kenny. I really am. And that today, I didn't see anything that would suggest that we're going to win the league.
Well, the thing, Mikel deserves every criticism, because at the end of the day, he spent £800 million and he's still got problems at left back and left wing. Now, you can't challenge the title. You haven't sorted out your left back and left wing. And you bought a plate. You paid £105 million on a player, and you don't even know where to play him. He's not proficient at number 8, and he ain't proficient at number 6. So basically, you're trying to fit 2 expensive players into the team, and it's not working. That's down to him. You bought these players. You clearly were in on it. Yet you can't fit them into a team, and it showed today. The £105 million player is not a number 6. He couldn't run the midfield. Got hooked.
That's a number. It's a good fact. It's a good fact.
Odegaard, Odegaard came off. Had a stinker. He's off. Let's face it. Unless Odegaard and Saka have good games, we do not break these stands. So the plan B is the set pieces. Well, we played the ultimate set piece team in Everton, comfortable today. And that ultimately, and that's where we got a problem. Everyone talks about Liverpool dropping points, that they've had experience of bottling it.
I don't care about that. We've got to do our own business.
It's very pertinent, because people think that we were out of the woods because of the fact that we had the results against Nottingham Forest, against Lisbon, against West Ham, and against Man United. No. All that does is paper over the cracks, because there's still massive problems. Everyone was saying that we're going to go on a run now because since we've played Liverpool, we're going to win every game. It doesn't work like that. Our performances have always been poor against teams that we allegedly should be beating, because 2 reasons. 1, we're not creative enough. 2, they raised their game. Everton normally fold when they come here, but they didn't. They knew what was coming.
We had a difficult game against them last year, Kenny.
Yeah, all right, because you were under pressure to win the league. But this season, Everton knew, keep Odegaard quiet, like I said, Mark Saka out of the game. We know we're not getting anything from Martinelli. That's a fact. And we know that they struggle to create chances. It was an easy game for Everton. And we're not out of the odds. Unless Martinelli, gets his act together, unless Trossard gets his act together, and other players produce those match-winning moments, we're going to struggle. Yeah,
we are. I'm going to have to say, that was a poor performance. I don't think there's anything positive from that, apart from probably the clean sheet. But really, they never looked like they never really attacked us, did they?
No, we could have played for another 2 days. We wouldn't have scored.
Yeah,
I remember I messaged Potsy and Kenny Ken after we played Newcastle, and I said then we're not good enough to win the league. The performance was that bad, but today was even worse. People keep talking about, for example, Liverpool dropping points, but we keep dropping points.
Yeah,
we're not capitalising. I mean, they got a draw today. We haven't watched the game, but they played with 10 men for more than 70 minutes and got a point. We're in the final third, we're too slow. What's happened to the one-touch, two-touch football?
I've got to say, I've watched this too many times now. I'm not being horrible. It's like, I'm paying for a half of football, because the first half is quiet as anything.
Awful.
And that awful. The second half we pick up, but you can't be doing that in games like this.
No, you can't. And we knew what we was going to get playing Everton today. We've come here for the last 4 or 5 years. They're not going to come out and play. They're going to technically park the bus. So what Arsenal have been struggling to do, and you've seen them going home and away, if we don't score in the first 10, 15 minutes...
We're in trouble.
We're in trouble.
Yeah.
And if we go behind, we're in trouble. The striker talk we've been speaking about is to a blue in the face 3 or 4 years, however many years. He doesn't want to buy one. I look at us, I look at the wingers in the league in comparison to the way ours are playing, other than Saka probably. You look at likes of Madueke at Chelsea or Gordon, Hudson-Odoi. They look dangerous, they affect games. Our subs don't affect games. I mean, talking about the subs quickly, what was that today?
I can't. Listen, we'd be here all night slagging them off because at the end of the day, it was just a poor performance. Where do you see Arsenal at this moment in time? You know, the manager's come out and said he's not going to be busy in January. So what is going to have to change? You know, I'm watching Havertz today. I'm a big fan, but pathetic. Pathetic, never looked like scoring. Jesus, when he comes on, pathetic. Martinelli, pathetic, like, you know. The midfield, Marino today, pathetic. I'm going to have to say that. I'm going to call these players out. They were poor. It's not all on the manager, but he's the one that's picking these guys.
And that's the thing. I don't know what we do, judges, because Arsenal fans have got to be real and realistic about January. If you look at our January buys over the last 10, 15 years, have you been confident going to January?
No, we ain't buying no one. As simple as that.
To rectify it, because you've got good enough players here to have won the game against Fulham, to have played a better today and won the game against a poor Everton side. They're very, very poor. I'll be surprised if they stay out, but you know, maybe a couple of the lower league teams will finish below them. But I don't know where Arsenal go from here.
No, listen, thanks, Albert. The worrying thing for me is these performances. Everton will watch that, and other teams will come here and do that, and that's what my biggest fear is. You know, that Fulham done it last week, didn't come out, and we couldn't break it down. Everton have gone and done this now. Everton with no ambition. I think teams will come here and do that with a little bit more ambition on the counter attack, and it is a worry. Better teams will do that. Like Man United come here 2 weeks ago. In the league, done exactly the same. Didn't have it, but the next time they come here in the FA Cup, they'll be a little bit more organised and a little bit more of this. So I think it is a big worry.
We're relying on set pieces.
We are.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, I know, and we've gone backwards at this moment in time. Can't defend that performance today. I can't defend anything about what I've seen out there today. I'm frustrated. I'm annoyed. That is not good enough. I've seen too many of those performances this season under this manager, and the players, they're not performing, they're not doing the business for him. It's a worry. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe and all that malarkey. Take care.